Here we have axles. They range from 2 long to 12 long, with the exception of the 11 long. Go figure. At first, when you use axles, you can't really tell the difference between the sizes of the axles, which is fine because you have a book, most likely, and somewhere in the back of the book, we can get to that page, shows you the sizes of the axles, but as you use them, you get better at identifying the sizes of the axles. Let's see. Axles can tend to get stuck. So when we look at the 2 long right here, you notice that there's little grooves right here, which you can use to take your fingernails and pull it out. But for all the other axles, there's a neat trick I know where you can just take another axle and shove it through. The longer the axle, the better, and you can just get it out. Axles are mainly used to hold gears and wheels, but they can also be used to hold things together. There are a few special axles we can look at. There's the 3 long with a stopper and groove. There's a 4 long with a stopper. There's a 5.5 that has a stopper here and a little bit more of an axle over here. And then we've got this 8 long with a stopper at the end. The stoppers are really good for holding axles down on one side of a beam, which you find extremely helpful later on. Then there's this last axle right here. I haven't even used it. It's really just there for if you want to make more advanced mechanical structures. It'll probably come really in handy if you wanted to work with it. That's fine. Moving on, there are axle-specific pieces. We will start with the axle extenders. We've got the 2 long extender and then the 3 long with the 1 gap in the middle. So look here, if you take a 6 long and put it in the axle extender and take another 6 long and put it in the axle extender, you can get a 12 long. You compare it and you'll notice it's exactly as long as the 12 long axle. I recommend doing this than just using the 12 long axle because I've already bent 2 of mine just from using it, and when I've done 2 6 long axles with an axle extender, it's less likely to break. I mean, they're very flimsy. You can see me bending it here. Then there is this 3 long extender. If we take it and we put these on over here, you notice that we now have a 13 long. So it's really great for making much longer axles than what you currently already have. The last thing I would like to go over is separators and bushings. So these 2 right here are bushings. We've got the full bushing and then the half bushing. These are used to hold things together on axles or hold axles to beams, and can be used for separators and separating things on the axle. But then that's why we have this axle separator right here. This one, unlike the bushings, do not have grooves on it. So if we take an axle over here and we put these bushings on, put a separator in, you notice that the bushings would stay in place, but the separator just moves freely. This right here, the separator is actually good for separating wheels from those of the robot. And that's all there is to know about the basics of the robot. If you have any more questions about things, you can just leave a comment in the comment section. Thanks for listening.